everyone and welcome to another episode of Performer Talk with me, your host Simon South. Hope you're all doing very well and enjoying your new lockdown. I know, it's very weird, isn't it? So anyway, this week I thought that I would address a comment that we had on the show a couple of weeks ago now, which should be just coming up around about here now. And so I thought that we'd discuss it, about what maybe are the pitfalls of working in a restaurant and doing residencies, but also mainly talking about all the good things. So let's get to it. So what are the pitfalls of working in a restaurant doing a residency? Honestly, I can't really think of any. Obviously the main one going forward would be the fact that when you get your residency in place, obviously you don't want to lose that residency. So when it comes to working on a Saturday, if your residency is on a Saturday, then obviously unless you can find a way around it, the residency has to take precedence over that. So that's the only thing that I can think of. But in general, they're all good things, and I'll tell you why. Reason number one is that if people do get in touch with you and say, hey, I really like the look of your act, you look brilliant, you look amazing, whether you're a singer, a magician, or some other sort of act that would work in a restaurant or nightclub environment, maybe an acrobat or something like that, if it was in a nightclub maybe, then you can go, yeah, awesome, thank you for saying that I look good. If you want to book me and you want to know more about me, come check me out at this place at this time, and you can see what I do and we can talk about it there. I've done that a fair few times now with clients. I've contacted them when they've said to me, hey, can we see you work somewhere? Because one of the things about video is, as good as video is, it's not the same as seeing someone live performing. So they want to know exactly how you're going to interact with their guests. So they want you to be there and see exactly how you do it before booking you, and that does happen sometimes, so that's definitely something to take into consideration. Now, reason number two is quite a good one. Reason number two is the fact that you're getting regular money. Getting regular money is wonderful. To do that regularly on a weekly or monthly basis, sometimes bi-weekly basis, or every 2 weeks, or whatever your arrangement with that restaurant or venue is, that's amazing. That's money that you can rely on and will be there. Unless, of course, you really annoy them and then they don't want you anymore. Now, reason number three for a residency is kind of sort of stepping on the toes of reason number one, just a little bit. But reason number three, I think, is a wonderful reason, and I think it's definitely one of the best reasons out there, as well as working in a residency and learning more about the restaurant trade and learning more about how to interact with people. It's that essentially it's a way to advertise yourself. So essentially you going from table to table to table, or if you were doing a big floor show or something like that, it's a reason to advertise yourself. I mean, I know when I'm doing close-up magic in a residency, I always have business cards on me. So if someone wants a business card, ba-doom, bam, oh, you've got a party coming up, oh, that's amazing. And a lot of times as well, they will say to you, oh yeah, we've got a party coming up. Are you, do you just do restaurants, or do you do like private stuff as well? And you can say, oh no, I do private work as well, and because of that, then you can give them a business card, and they might book you, and as well, because they've seen you live and they've seen you working, there's more of a chance of them actually booking you rather than finding someone else on the internet. Because it is essentially a very much a dog-eat-dog world when it comes to performing and stuff. People don't necessarily know who is the best to go for or anything like that. So the fact that you got in their faces and shown how amazing you are, and they've been completely taken aback, and they have the absolute perfect reason to use you, then they're gonna use you because they've seen you. They know that you're good. They know that you're fantastic. So they're gonna get you on board. So there we go, there's reason number three. Reason number four, I think, is very much a skill in itself, and especially regarding performers, especially magicians. you know, a lot of us spend a lot of time in our bedrooms just learning tricks and stuff like that. Reason number 4 is it gives you the purpose and the reason to go out and be sociable. And also, as well as being sociable, as well as learning those social skills that you might not have picked up earlier in life, like, you know, your normal friends did, because they were doing normal things like hanging out on a street corner drinking cider, whereas you were at home learning that weird hardcore card move. It helps you to be able to socialise with people. It eases you into that whole thing of being able to realise that these people are people too. You know, they aren't there to be dummies for you to just use and abuse. You know, they have feelings, they have emotions, they have their own thing going on. And it allows you to figure out what those things are and to be able to work on them and be able to invoke certain emotions, the things that you can only learn by doing your show over and over and over and over and over again. And that's what having a residency does. It allows you to do your show over and over and over and over again. And then once you've done that, one show over and over and over and over and over again, then you create your second show and you do that over and over and over and over again until you've nailed it perfectly. And each time when you perform it, you will learn something completely new. And it's because when you're learning by yourself and you're taking everything on yourself, you don't know what that person out there in the world is going to do. Maybe they hate magic, maybe they love magic, maybe their partner used to be a magician and did a few really terrible magic tricks, and so they associate magic with him, so or her even. So you've got to then be able to change it around so that when you go into that environment, you can be amazing and you can figure out where to fit your performance into for that person. Reason number 5. Reason number 5 is an excellent reason. The restaurant or bar or whatever it is that you're working is not there to make you money. They are there to make money for themselves, which is the same reason why you're there. You're there to make money for yourselves, and the same reason that anyone sets up any business. So you have to learn to work around them. And this is one of the hardest things that I know personally magicians have issues with, but it translates so well to other world scenarios. And what I mean by working around them is get to know the staff, okay? Because if you get to know the staff and you're friendly with the staff, especially the ones that are serving at tables and things like that, you can go up to them and say, you know, if you're not sure on a table, oh, do you think they'll be good? What do you think they'll be good? Also, as soon as you walk into a venue, the thing that I tend to do as soon as I walk into a residency is just go, who's been waiting the longest? Is there anyone here in particular that you want me to do anything for? And they'll be really grateful for that, because if there is someone and there's been a massive delay in food or something like that for some reason, then they'll go, oh yeah, table 13 just over there, and they'll send you over and you're in, you know. So it's learning to work around and with the staff there that is really important. And this translates as well to when you're doing corporate work or weddings or anything like that, because you can apply the same logic to those situations. Because at a corporate event, you might be booked to go around the tables during the meal. And obviously, because of that, you want to know how they're delivering the food. Are they going in a snake pattern? Are they going, you know, in a line? You know, how are they delivering the food? Because you need to know that to be able to know where you can perform, and you also need to know how long you've got before they start bringing food out. So you just go over to one of the waiters and just say, what's your pattern for the night? And when are you delivering food out? And when are you, what's the wait between meals, you know? And that's the same thing that you might ask a waiter at your residency, especially if you're doing a restaurant. Then you can say, oh, you know, are they having a starter, a main, and a dessert? Brilliant, okay. What's going to be the wait between starter and main? Or what's going to be the wait between main and dessert? because then you can have an idea of where you can fit in to their evening. So there's reason number 5, and I think it's a wonderful reason and a great thing to try and learn. So there we go. I've taken something where someone thought that they might have a pitfall or an issue, and I've turned it around, because in all honesty, I don't think there are any issues with performing in a residency or having anything like that. I mean, I know I said right at the start of the video that obviously if you get other gigs coming in, then you can't necessarily change them out. But how I dealt with this was obviously I talked to the venue first as well, and when I got the residency, I did say, if I get certain gigs, am I okay to take them as long as I get in a replacement for that evening? And they said, yeah, that's fine, because they know that there are other things that might come up or might crop up, and they were fully aware of that, and they were okay. Obviously, you know, I didn't take the mick with it. I didn't send in my other people, you know, every 3rd week or something like that. But if something came up where I was like, I need to do this, this is going to be amazing, I just rang them up and said, oh yeah, so this week you're going to have this guy. And they were like, yeah, it's fine. They understand. They're people. They get it. They're not some big, massive robot corporation. You're dealing with the managers, general managers, the restaurant managers. They understand, they get you, especially if you befriend them and become friends with them. I've made friends with the managers, general managers of all kinds in the residencies that I've had, and that I hopefully will have after all this is over. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you got something out of it, and yeah, I hope to see you on the next video, wherever you are in the world. Have a wonderful evening, morning and afternoon, and I will see you all next time. See you later guys, thank you.